17 to 18, 2 Corinthians 4, 17 to 18. And we can also look at Romans 5, verses 1 to 4, and then James chapter 1, verse 2. So these are scriptures we can meditate on. We can read to grow our faith and to grow our spiritual resilience. Resilience is like growing your muscle so that in the time of need, you use the muscle to fight. Now, there are times, so the next thing we want to look at in this study tonight is that there are times when it is tough for you to be resilient. So you know all these things. You understand the fact that you need to be resilient, but at times it is tough. The circumstances just weigh down. And when we are tempted to quit, there are things God wants us to do. These verses make it easier for us to stay, but other things that God wants us to do. So to list them for us as we want to bring this to a close so that we can have time for questions. Number one is just like a man who is running or preparing for an Olympic competition. There are things he will do. There are routines he will go through. So I'd like to introduce some of them to us, which we already know. To build and to be strong in our faith and to build our resilience, continue to look into the scriptures, for therein is life. Number two is to talk to God, pray. Have you noticed when we are facing problems, that rather than pray, we discuss the problems, we talk about the problems, the enemy does not want us to pray about it. But I've also come to realize you pray about it, suddenly your focus shifts problem and shifts to solutions that God may be giving to you. And so talk to God. Talk to God about them, about the tough times, and I think I already discussed that in previous sessions. And then number three thing that you like to be aware of the fact that you must recognize that perhaps God is trying to move you a different path. There are things that you may be focused on, but God is trying to move you to a different path. So be aware of that. And then number four is remember why God created you. So when I teach on resilience, I tell people that if you have a clear vision of why God created you, then you will not give up. If you have a clear vision of why you're on earth, then you will not give up. And so remember, we sometimes think, one of the things that those who give up, they think that there is no need, no reason to be alive. They think that their life is worthless. But may I remind you, according to the scriptures, that your life is not worthless. So a homework I will give to you is to look for the relevant scriptures to back up some of these statements that I've made to you about how to stay strong in the times of adversity. So remember why God created you. Of course, it tells us that my thoughts towards you are not of evil, to give you a future and a hope, to give you an expected end. So you need to keep that at the back of your mind. Remember that God has good works that he has planned for you and he wants you to complete them. And then number five is remember to be hopeful. Hope is the catalyst that takes us from where we are to some other place. Faith built on hope. You're hopeful, and then your faith seizes the hope that you have. You lose hope, there is nothing for faith to fasten its hold upon. And so it is keeping hope alive that faith fastens upon, and then we go on. How do I know that? Hebrews tells us, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is when you are hopeful about something that faith takes hold of hope and makes it a reality for you. And lastly, remember that your physical body is what you need to live this earth. And so when you are in difficult circumstances, there's a tendency for us to neglect our health. But I want to tell us tonight, we need to get plenty of sleep. We need to exercise. We need to eat healthy foods. Have you noticed that when you have terrible circumstances, that's when you begin to eat junk food. You begin to eat food that does not nourish you. And you find yourself out of shape. You find yourself complete. I'm not there tonight. And I want to ask you questions have 7 minutes to go so that I'll answer any questions. The admin is taking the questions. Are there any questions from the chat that I can answer? Any question? You can use your microphone, administrator, and tell me what the questions are.
No question.
No question?
No.
All right. Thank you very much. And so, until we come your way again next time, we want to ask you, grow your spiritual resilience, and the Almighty God will keep you through the times that we are in. Apologies for the technical faults that were experienced during this broadcast. We're trusting God that it will be better next time. Let us pray. Father, tonight we want to thank you again and we appreciate you. I pray for your people